What you're looking at right now is 4 YouTube channels pulling in $5K, $10K, and over $20,000 per month from YouTube Shorts alone, and that's not even counting the long form content stacked on top of that. I've spent 14 years building YouTube channels, and for the last 2, I've been laser focused on Shorts automations, dialing in the exact strategies that grow channels fast enough for each short to hit 1 million views. You've probably caught me breaking some of this down on the 1 of 10 podcast, but if you didn't, I'm going to walk you through exactly how those strategies work right now. First, you need to understand what YouTube is actually doing behind the scenes. YouTube isn't promoting your channel, it's matching videos to viewers. Every time someone opens the app, YouTube is asking one question: what does this specific person want to watch now? And before your video is even on the running for that answer, YouTube has to decide whether your channel is worth testing in the first place. YouTube operates with an internal, unseen metric often referred to as trust score, and this is what it is. If your trust score is too low, YouTube may limit how widely your content is shown, resulting in little to no views or traction, and this is what many creators refer to as the zero view jail. The solution is to use one established account and ensure that all feature eligibility settings are enabled. This alone helps signal to YouTube that the channel is authentic and the operator is a real user. It's not foolproof though, because a lot of people are still doing this and essentially abusing the system, so you still gotta make good content. But even with that perfect score, there is a second factor that determines whether your video can essentially scale, and this is where most creators get stuck. Even if YouTube trusts your channel properly, your video can only go as far as the size of the audience intended in that topic. This is called your total addressable market, or TAM for short. Think about it this way: if you make a short about a hyper-specific topic, maybe there are only 10,000 people on the entire platform who'd either watch it or be somewhat interested in it. Even if YouTube loves your video and pushes it perfectly, it's capped. There's nowhere left to send it. But if you make a short tapping into a broad universal interest, food, money, relationships, nostalgia, YouTube has millions of potential viewers it can keep recommending the video to. That's why some shorts snowball into 5, 10, even 50 million views, while others plateau at 20,000, no matter how good they actually are. And one little tip is, if there's no talking in there, it could potentially go even more viral because it transcends all language barriers. So finding universally understood expressions and experiences can definitely help with that, where you don't have to communicate that with talking. So when you're picking what to make, the question isn't just, is this a good idea? It's how many people on YouTube would possibly care about this. A good video with a small TAM will always lose to a solid video with a massive TAM. Trust score gets you in the game, and TAM essentially decides how far it can go. Once YouTube determines that your channel is trustworthy, it may begin distributing your videos to the initial sample viewers, often referred to as a seed audience. This is the first group used to essentially gauge how well your content performs. Every video gets shown to a different 30,000 views. YouTube's building 2 profiles during this phase. The performance graph at the beginning often shows a similar pattern, starting off slow, then experiencing a brief spike, and eventually leveling out. Most people hate the 30K jail, but actually it means that your content is good enough to potentially go viral. YouTube just needs a bit more data before it bets big on you. So you're essentially flatlining in the thousands, and here where's most common issues that people fall behind on. The algorithm focuses on one thing more than anything else: how long people keep watching your video, essentially retention. You need your graph as flat as possible and as high as possible, with the smallest drop off at that starting point as possible. Perfect retention can save a video even when everything else is bad. Evergreen matters too. Likes, comments, and shares, they don't change all that much, but it can help a little bit, but just don't spam it, because YouTube sees it as spam sometimes. So at the very end of the video, I sometimes just tell the audience to subscribe, and that's sometimes, in some cases, 10x'd the amount of subscribers we get from YouTube Shorts. The fastest way to escape from 30K jail is actually to post every day, and here's why. Every new video hits a fresh seed audience, YouTube slowly starts building a clearer picture of who your content is for, and then viewers come back and watch more of your stuff. Your trust score goes up significantly as a result. And so your first viral video changes everything. YouTube's now waiting to push your content harder because you've essentially proven that you can deliver. You might get into view jail again briefly after that, but if you keep posting at the same quality, you'll go viral again and again, and it just happens really fast. Once your trust score gets high enough, YouTube stops capping your reach entirely. Every upload gets to a wider audience, and at that point, it's just a game of numbers before you actually hit 10 million views and get monetized. And here's where people blow it. Even when you start getting strong results, you can't relax. Posting less or uploading weaker videos can hurt your channel or your reach, and you might only end up being shown to your subscribers again, and your viewers can drop back down. You've worked hard to get here, so keep improving and stay consistent. And if you want to understand whether you should be on camera or just stay completely faceless, and how that decision affects your growth in terms of income on YouTube, I will break my entire process down step by step in this video over here. So don't forget to check it out, and you'll be able to know what that difference looks like.